So let's get real in this video. Like, a lot of us are in these dynamics and we know it's not love anymore. We know that this is really hurting us and we know that we can't stay in this dynamic. And I know this is just the hardest realization because you feel love for this person, and that's one of the most damaging things, is that you actually feel something for this person. And whilst you have imagined this future, this relationship to be something more than what it is, you don't really want to leave, but you know you have to. In this video, it's not going to be about blame, it's about your breakthrough, and it's about accepting the reality of the situation. Today I'm going to walk you through what it really takes to leave a narcissistic relationship and stay gone and no contact. It's not just about blocking their number, it's about breaking a trauma bond, because brace yourself, it's going to be tough, but it's not impossible. But you need to reclaim your life. If this is you, watch this video. Hello my friends and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So this video is for those of you that are still stuck in this dynamic, understanding what is really going on, knowing that this is not what it should be. It's all been based on lies. It's all been manipulation and control. And I know that is one of the biggest heartbreaks. It's not the fact that you've got to leave. It's the fact that this person has told you and treated you in this way. But what you have to understand is this person is emotionally immature, and also they are not healthy. And this is like, it's not just because of you, it's not just because of a past relationship. This goes way back into childhood. And you never were going to see it. You had to go through this. But the thing is, now that you do, you can also rebuild your life and move forward from this and live an even better life than you have done before. And I really want to talk to you and help you to leave a narcissistic, a toxic relationship with your mental health and your emotional health intact. I'm not going to sugarcoat this because it is going to be tough, and it's going to take a lot of determination and motivation to stay gone, but you can do it. This can happen, and you know what? It's going to be the best thing you've ever done, but it will also be the making of you. So I'm going to help you in this video. I just want to talk about, first things first, is why it's so hard to leave. Because you're probably thinking, well, in my previous relationships, if things didn't work out, it was okay to leave. Like, I was good. But this one is really hard to leave. And the reason for that is what you are involved in is in a trauma bond. The main reason why these happen is when you first got to know the narcissist, the whole experience was euphoric. It was amazing. It was fantasy. It was everything that you would have dreamed and hoped of. And you felt seen. And that's how you got to know that person. Ever heard of the phrase, first impressions count? Well, that's exactly what it is. You formed a first impression of this person. And that's how you remember them. But what was going on for the narcissist, whilst part of it was true, part of it, you also have to understand what's going on here psychologically for this person, is that they were trying to create an illusion, trying to create a fantasy person that they had hoped you would want them to be. The reason for this is because they want you to never leave. They want to keep you trapped. And the reason why they want to keep you trapped is because you give them something. You believe in them. You see them. You validate them. You give them the attention that they crave. These are all things that they want. Their needs to be met. So when you are supplying this for someone and that person feels good, why would you want this person to leave? You're going to keep them trapped in something, okay, that you don't want them to leave. So that is why they do this. That is what is the making of a trauma bond. And the way that you are going to get past this, because I know it's going to pull you back into that moment of when you first got to know them, of how it was and what was going on for you. You are going to feel like you want to be with that version of them. But it's not them. It's a small part of them that they cannot sustain. Almost like an act. It is, but it isn't, if that makes sense. They don't want you to leave, so they were just being overly nice, basically. They weren't genuinely bringing themselves to the table here. They wanted you to stay. So when you look at it like that, when you understand it like that, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. And added to the fact then, this quickly changes. You got the guilt tripping, the gaslighting, and the obligation that you got to do, the expectations. You see, and then you're always chasing that person that they were right at the beginning. But funny enough, it never gets to that ever again, does it? It's just right at the beginning. And that's what you've got to remember, is that you're not actually missing the person, that person that they were at the beginning. You're missing an experience that you had that you're not going to have again with this person because it wasn't real. There comes a moment when something clicks and it all just slots into place. And you know that moment that I'm talking about, that time when it just all clicks, that's when you have your awakening. And I call it an awakening a lot with my clients because that's exactly what happens. You see the wood from the trees. And the fact is once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the reason why this happens is because each and every one of us, we reach a threshold. We reach that point of no return, that point where you can't take it anymore. You see, and the narcissist underestimates you because they never think that you're going to see things the way that they are. They never think that you're going to reach this point. They feel that they can keep you trapped in this dynamic for a really, really long time. They don't get it that we have free will and that we have understanding. That we're not going to stay in these dynamics and be manipulated and be treated like this. They think that they can get away with it. Your spirit wakes up. You wake up. It's your awakening. You see it for what it really is. And you can't then unsee it because it is what it actually is. And it's hurtful. But everybody, every victim has that moment because those lies, that manipulation just doesn't work anymore. What used to work before doesn't anymore. So that's your moment of awakening. Then comes the exit strategy. Now let's talk about how to actually leave this type of a dynamic. Because I know that possibly you are quite entangled with the narcissist. Maybe you have assets, children, a home, a whole life, a whole future that you've built up in your mind ahead of you. So how do you break that down and leave in a way that causes minimal damage? Let's go through this. Step 1, clarity over chaos. Write down what really is happening, because I feel like this is really going to help you. Write down the truth, not what you wish would be happening. Keep it kind of like a reality journal, because this will really help you because of the gaslighting, because of things that are being said, things are being done. And because you're in a certain emotional state, you may not be able to see it for what it really is. But even though sometimes you might feel and know what really is happening for you, you'll stop romanticizing the pattern as well. You'll stop romanticizing the relationship because that's where the narcissist wants to keep you trapped. Step 2, you've also got to prepare for pushback. They'll test your boundaries. They'll tell you lies because they know that the game is up, so they're just trying to keep you trapped. So you've got to expect this. They're not going to let you go that easily. The love bombs, the smears, the guilt trips. Prepare responses ahead of time. So practice this because this will really help you. Step 3, build your exit team. So have you got friends or family that can help you out, perhaps maybe even provide somewhere for you to stay. Therapist, a coach, a friend, someone that's going to help you also navigate your well-being and your mental health. You need truth tellers. That's what you need. Someone that's going to remind you of what really happened. Number 4, you've got to go no contact or grey rock. And by grey rock, I mean limit your responses, limit your time that you spend with this person. I know that if you've got children or assets, it's not always going to be easy, but try to plan this ahead of time so that you know what you're doing when this does actually happen. No contact is power, but grey rocking is also power. Remove them from your mind like a virus. Block, delete, protect your energy. This part, I know it's going to be one of the most hardest ones, and that's staying gone. Even though you leave this toxic dynamic, you're going to be pulled back wanting to be with that person. It's just what happens. It is one of those things. And that's because of the trauma bond that you have with this person, because the mind starts playing tricks on you. You'll think maybe you overreacted. Maybe you're the one that is emotionally immature. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe they've changed. Here's the reality check. If someone cared, if someone truly loved you, they would never put you in this position to ever lose you. Remember that, because everyone has a choice on how they want to behave. They wouldn't have shattered your spirit in the first place. That's something that you've got to remember. You need to keep yourself anchored. Keep a journal. Go back to that reality journal that you wrote of what happened, what really happened in this dynamic. Rewatch the videos of the ones that reminded you of why you left, and have an emergency self-talk. Just talk to yourself about it. They hurt me. They lied to me. They cheated on me. Remember those things, because that is what happened. So in the middle of this chaos, of all of this that's going on, please know that you're going to be all right and that you're going to move through this. The thing is, everyone that's on this channel, the community, the live streams, everyone is at different stages of their healing journey, but every single one of these persons have been able to heal and move forward. And also, as time goes on, you will see in the comments as well of people moving on, people getting over this. So if you're watching this and you're at this point now, please know that it is going to be challenging, but it is going to be the making of you, and you will move forward from this. If any of this has resonated with you and you'd like someone to talk it through, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. I also have a mentorship, which again, if you are finding things difficult, please see the description box below. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.